Happy Tuesday. Thanks for being here in the Beach Bunker with the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. It's the Tyler Glen Show into our second last show of the season. Season finale coming tomorrow. Got to take a week break and recharge the batteries and get back to it August the 1st. But in the meantime, we've got some work to do. And it mainly deals with smoke this morning. We've got some smoke moving into the area, significant smoke. We're going to take a look at a map in just a second that will show you how bad the smoke is about to get. And if you know some folks vacationing in Alberta this morning, they're evacuating Jasper as we speak. Thousands of people leaving the Jasper town site as fires get dangerously close to the town of Jasper in the park there. We'll have the latest on that coming up. Also, the Olympics are set to begin. Now, the opening ceremonies are on Friday, but the games actually start tomorrow. You're going to be able to start seeing some sports appear on your television tomorrow. They do this every time, and I'm glad I got in front of it. Because as soon as they light the cauldron, they'll say, and by the way, yesterday in soccer and discus, this is what happened. I'm like, wait a second, I thought you couldn't play the sports until they lit the big fire. But no, they'll start some sports tomorrow, and we'll show you that, and how Canada is going to be dressed, and what Canadian retailer was picked to outfit our Canadian athletes as they walk into Paris. And how they'll look. Also, we've got some news on dog transportation. This concerned a lot of travelers that were going to be headed to the U.S. with their Fido, and the Americans had a whole bunch of rules they were going to introduce August 1st. Actually, those rules are still coming, but a little bit of lobbying on behalf of our government has helped to ease the burden a little bit for those travelers that want to take their dog into the United States August the 1st. Still going to be a form we have to fill out, but it's nowhere near as complicated as they wanted it to be, and we'll give you those details coming up in the next little bit. Also, Elon Musk shocking the internet over the weekend with the viral AI fashion show. In case you missed it, we've got it for you. And just in case you're wondering how Kamala Harris is doing these days, if you're wondering what's happening with the U.S. election, because everybody is, in one day she raised $231 million in fundraising. Joe Biden couldn't get people to donate the proceeds from their empty beer bottles. She comes in, I am the nominee now. Or I will be soon as the convention is over. $230 million. in one day. That goes to show you where I think things are heading. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Let's go outside. We're in double digits already this morning, and as I mentioned, we have got a lot of smoke to contend with. Now, I'm just going to double-check it to see if there's any watches or warnings, especially regarding air quality. No, there's no alerts in effect this morning. We are expecting another warm day, not super hot, but nice and warm. Sun and cloud high 26. We'll get back into the 30s by Thursday, but the smoke is going to be a problem. Air quality is not great. And I do have a fire smoke map I'm going to show you now, because I had a few people DM me yesterday and said, where the hell is all this smoke coming from? Well, you're about to see on your screen here. So this is where the smoke is coming from. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. And you can get a really good idea as to where the fires are burning. We're seeing that there's about 3 fires in southern Manitoba that are currently burning. Quite a few up in northern Manitoba, but most of this is from northern Saskatchewan. You can see it here on the map. There is a lot of fires in northern Alberta and northern Saskatchewan, and this is how the smoke comes down towards Manitoba, southern Saskatchewan, into North Dakota, Minnesota. Look at how far it drifts all the way to Grand Rapids, over to Eric in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That is a long way for the smoke to travel from Alberta and Saskatchewan, but that's why we've got so much smoke, so hazy, so smoky, and it's going to be like this for the foreseeable future. And again, they have evacuated Jasper. They have evacuated Jasper this morning. The latest on that I've got for you from CTV Edmonton. There's an evacuation order that is in place as the wildfires burn south of the town site. The order was issued on Monday, last night at 10 o'clock. At 10:18, the province said the fire was expected to reach the town site within 5 hours, but then had to walk that statement back. But around midnight last night, they're just trying to get everybody out of there. BC Highway 16 is closed for eastbound traffic due to wildfire. The highway remains open for westbound traffic into BC. They're telling people just get to BC, get out of town, get out of Jasper. It is important to get away from the area. Evacuees have been ordered to use Highway 16 to travel towards BC. Please be safe. And there are some folks from Western Manitoba who are actually vacationing out that way as we speak. So I really hope that they've been paying attention, they've heeded the warnings, and they got out of Jasper. To ensure efficient and safe travel, reduce speed, use headlights. About an hour before the alert was issued, RCMP issued a notice that Highway 16 was closed for westbound travel at the Jasper National Park gates on the east side. Eastbound access to the town is also closed. Anyone who needs a ride should proceed to the Activity Center, Forest Park Hotel, or Malign Lodge. But the fires are really, really bad in Alberta. So that's some breaking news this morning. Thousands fleeing Jasper as we speak, and we're thinking of you guys, and hopefully, again, everybody stay safe in Alberta. Here's our air temperature map this morning across North America. Before we get to good mornings and see who we've got in chat, before we get the show officially rolling, good morning, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Just one more show after today, and the season is done. Thanks again to all those who have filled out the survey that I posted in the Twitch window yesterday. If you have yet to see the survey, don't worry. It will go to all our social media channels before we end the season officially, because we'd like to get some feedback before we start season number 4 of the show. August the 1st, which is a Thursday. Looking forward to it. Gonna get some recharge. And then we'll be back and bigger and better than ever with lots of great stuff planned for you this fall. Tosh and Karen and Road Reverend in on Twitch early this morning. Good morning. You get a winner's bell. Why don't we give you a little winner's bell for being up early this morning on a Tuesday? Good to see you. We got Avery here. Robert Sullivan is here on TikTok. We got Cindy here on Twitch. Quentin is here on Twitch as well. Mavis is here from Minnedosa on Facebook. We've got Blue Angel here on TikTok. Shelly is here. Dunner, baby, good morning. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you. Janine Fleury Urbanovich is here again. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Zumba Bernice is here also on Twitch. Good morning. Welcome. She says, good morning, TGS family. Polar Bear is here. Good morning, Sunseekers. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Mama JS is in the house as well. Kate804380 joins us this morning. Blue Angie, Blinded by Truth, TikTok. Shelly is here. And Leighton and Hope Ismo on TikTok as well. Good morning. Welcome. Jody Caslick's here on Facebook. And definitely Hazy and Carberry, says Mama JS. Nick is here on Facebook. Hey, Nick. Good to see you this morning. Mama JS says, yeah, over $200 million raised for Kamala Harris in just one day of maybe being the candidate. She says they don't want Trump, anybody but him. Well, I think it's a 50-50 split, and things are about to get very, very interesting. And I'll tell you, she did not hold back yesterday. She said, and I quote, this race should have developed into a race where I become the nominee. This will be the prosecutor versus the criminal. So here you go right there, Donald. Holy God. Trev says things are really bad in Jasper. Yes, it's a very dangerous situation right now for the next 24 to 48 hours till they get that fire under control. Not a good time to be in Jasper. Certainly not a good time to be out there. Hopefully everybody has gotten out safely into BC. Cheryl is here on Twitch. Good morning, Cheryl. Good to see you. Tasha's here on Facebook as well. Nick is here. Oh, I think we mentioned Nick. Sorry. I can never have too much Nick. John Antonello is here on TikTok. George is here on TikTok as well. And Wesley Pace, good to see you this morning. Oh, I hope he's out of there now, Trev. Yeah, that's... bags are packed. I'm sorry about that. I know Trev, I think, had plans to go out there. Well, you can still go out there. It might just be a BC trip. You'll go just a little farther than you had planned. But you got to go see the boy. You got to get out there. Clint is here on Twitch. Debbie Kynock is here on Facebook this morning. It's nice to see you, Debbie. Ryan is here as well this morning. Good to see you. Kamala's speech was awesome, says Karen Ends. I know his type, she says. Oh, I can't wait to see them debate. And I like how they pivoted. Now he's the old guy. Soon as the real old guy left, it's like, whew, now we can call Trump the old guy. Which, I mean, they can. I mean, it was part of the plan, right? Val Horn is here on Facebook. Hope you're staying cool, Tyler. The weather's just been awesome. The heat, to me, hasn't been so intense because of the smoke. And it's, the last week when we had lots of sunshine, that heat was really searing. This stuff, not quite as bad, easily to deal with in my mind, just because the smoke is blocking the sun. Yeah, Lindy's here as well this morning. Good morning, Lindy. Sue is here. Hub Sheree is here on TikTok as well. It's good to see you. Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for being part of the show. It's our second last show of the season. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. Hope your day is off to a great start. Let's get into yesterday's good thing. If you're new to the show, we like to start with some positivity, and that means a quick GT. You fire off a quick comment to tell us about something awesome that happened to you yesterday. And it doesn't have to be big. It could be small. And we just like to share it. Yeah. And just type in GT dash and then whatever it is that happened to you. So Ryan has got these. I'm puzzled by these. They're berries. Are these choke cherries? Are they cherries? They're not tomatoes. I know that much. He's got some stuff growing there. He's all excited about this. And look at him up close. Oh, is that choke cherries? He doesn't say. He's just like, oh, bountiful harvest. Good thing. Are those choke cherries? Or mini tomatoes or actual cherries. They look delicious. I don't know. I want to reach through the screen, Ryan, and try one of these. They look fantastic. Nice. Decent. Cindy said GT had lunch with my youngest daughter. She works in Dauphin for the week, and then she's going back to Regina. That's pretty awesome. Nice. Nick says, GT, I won $80 on a lotto ticket yesterday. So it begs the question, will you retire? Will you go back to work after your lottery win? Everybody wants to know. Inquiring minds. $80. $80. Good job. Yesterday's good thing. Kyle was at the beach with the kids enjoying Clear Lake. Here's Kyle. Kyle is a former Star Jetter. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how big the kids are getting. This is insanity. And they're enjoying Clear Lake. Packed. Yeah, there's no boats, but it's still busy up there. It's still busy. Playing in the sand, getting use out of the pail. Oh, that is not a zebra mussel, thank you. Yes, no, that's just a regular snail. Very nice. Playing in the sun. Summer break. Sand pails, the beach, a little bit of ice cream, French fries, maybe some deep-fried mushrooms from Sportsman's Park. Wouldn't that be tasty and delicious? A little quieter for a bike ride there. Tosh sent in, whoa, she's frog hunting. Came across a frog. Don't kiss it, Tosh. You already have your prints. So out walking, came across some frogs. Very nice. Thanks for sharing that. Yesterday's good thing. It was a 5-year-old, Rossburn, hubby's holidays, found the little frog. How nice. Cindy likes to think that Ryan's cherries are Nanking cherries. Wow. Huh. Nick says, I have enough money to last me the rest of my life if I die tomorrow. Good morning, Harmony on TikTok. Good morning. It's nice to see you. And Angela and Mark, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Yesterday's good thing. What was yesterday's good thing? Tara got back from Vegas, and she says they survived the heat. It was a great trip, but it was heat like she had never been a part of before. It was unprecedented heat. I guess 110 degrees Fahrenheit. There they are at the Vegas sign and playing some slot machines and having fun and going to all the sites. And that's a flamingo. No, that's a Mirage. They must have been there for when the Mirage closed. Just a little bit extra gambling before the casino officially closed. It's closed down now, and they've shut the fountain off. And the Mirage is no more. I think they may have been there for one of the final performances of the volcano. As the Mirage is no more. It is all done. And the Hard Rock Hotel will begin construction immediately. They'll start tearing that thing down and building it. And it's good to see you had a nice trip, Tara. And I'm glad that you coped with the heat. That's some pretty insane heat out there. There's no two ways about it. This time of year, it's pretty crazy. Good morning, Sore Thumbs. Good morning, Harmony. GT from Ryan got a cheap boat fix, headed out to Rivers for more fishing. And I think I saw something pop in. Look at Jen. There she is, celebrating a master angler goldfish. Now, it's impressive that Ryan, hauled a green screen into Walmart and then took the fish out of the tank in the pet department and then took that picture. That's some pretty impressive little that's real. That's real nature. That is real angling. And now we can say Jen caught more fish than I did this year. She caught more fish in one day than I have last 5 years. I really need to get out there. I need to make some time for some fishing. Looks like fun. And did you say you cooked it? Did you cook the fish? Oh, no, that's you guys at football. You did cook it. Look at that. Oh, on the plate. Best part of fishing, on the plate. Yeah, it gets a winner's bell. gets a winner's bell for sure. Well done, guys. Well done. Awesome. Awesome job. Okay. Good job, Jen. Yeah, maybe you can teach me how to fish. Clint says, bought sausage rolls at Kuiper's, feeling stupid, asking, do you cook them, heat them? You can do them any way you want. I've had them both ways, hot and cold. They're a little bit better warm. Again, I have a problem. I can't get home before eating one, so I have had them cold, and they are also delicious, but just slightly warmed. Slightly warmed. Like, I don't know, 15 seconds in the microwave, just a zap, just to warm them up a little bit. They're beautiful. If you get them all home, maybe I just need to buy more. That is a good thing. Thanks, Clint. Thanks for supporting those that support me. Again, I'll be saying this a lot the next couple of days. Can't do the show without our sponsors. Thank you to another great season of awesome sponsors who have been there to support the show and to make it happen. Without them, it just doesn't happen. And thank you so much. And so I appreciate when you do support the sponsors and let me know, and then let them know and tell them that you heard it on the show or you watched the show, and everyone loves to be involved. And then we have a lot of our sponsors, they come on the show and they jump on and they have comments, and they're sun seekers too. And it's just a big giant family. So thank you so much. It's been so great. Mama J says, GT got the camper to Austin yesterday. We are ready to head there today. Oh, is it Thresherman's reunion on? Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Nick is echoing what I have said. You don't have to heat them up, but they do taste a little bit better. Do they call them piggies in a blanket? Yes, they're kind of like, they're a little bit more bouge. They're upscale. Upscale pigs in a blanket. Again, pigs in a blanket are good. These are great. You got to check them out. Everybody loves them. They're fantastic. And everybody loves frozen drinks and a co-op. We're into the final 2 days of the 99-cent deal at the co-op gas bars. Today is Taste It Tuesday. Would you believe I'm tasting a car wash today? No, because it is the last Taste It Tuesday of the season. And to get us across the finish line with this huge push on gas bars this last couple of weeks, I took the car to the co-op car wash, and we're going to take you on a little bit of a tour of your local co-op car wash. Coming up on the show a little bit later. Yes, riveting programming, riveting. How dirty was my car? How many dirty pictures were drawn on my car in an effort to get me to wash it? All these questions will be answered. But what you need to know is the 99-cent Big Cool promo is on until the 24th. That's tomorrow. Any flavor, any size of delicious, cold, frosty, or frozen big slush drink, 99 cents. Tomorrow is the final day for you to get that. Product availability is dependent on individual co-op locations. Please contact your local co-op for product inquiries. You're at home here with co-ops of Westman, Heritage Co-op, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, Neepawa, Gladstone Co-op, and Hamiota Co-op too. Speaking of the last few days, it is the last 2 days of the Save the Tax event at Leon's Furniture Superstore, today and tomorrow. After that, it is gone, and we're talking like 13%, and that's on top of the already low sale prices on select furniture, mattresses, and appliance packages. Save the tax at Leon's Furniture Superstore, 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon, and take a look at the flyer. See if there's something that you like. New couch, new love seat, new dining room sets, some new appliances, some new electronics. Go to leons.ca. And at App Law Office, Andrea and her crew are always excited to see you, excited to hear from you, even if it's just a couple of legal questions. You got to get the ball rolling. If you're buying or selling a house, you're going to need some legal help, and that's why we highly recommend our friends, our sponsors, App Law Office at 642 18th Street, Unit A. And if you have a family member that is looking at redoing their will, maybe you're thinking of making some plans yourself, they're a great place to visit. Or again, if you have any questions, they're super helpful with regards to estate law, corporate law, or real estate law. They are App Law Office, 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC on 18th Street. So the Olympic Games are coming. They actually start tomorrow, and this is the first actual bit of activity we're going to see. Argentina versus Morocco tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Look at this. Are you going to be watching the Olympics? What do you like to watch in the Olympics? The Olympic Games. Soccer starts everything off, and the actual opening ceremonies will go Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. That is 1 o'clock Central Time. And there's a lot of different events that are going to be happening before everything officially opens. Most of it being soccer, a little bit of handball, a little bit of rugby. Oh, Canada versus New Zealand on Thursday. That is 11 a.m. Eastern Time, so that would be 10 o'clock our time. So, in Paris, opening ceremonies are Friday. The actual games, shooting on Friday before the games start. So there you go. We'll take a look at what the athletes are going to be wearing. It is Ralph Lauren for the Americans and Lululemon for the Canadians, and I think that's bunk. It should be. The Olympic athletes should be a reflection of the fashion that is most popular in the country that you come from. The Americans should be wearing Walmart brand. They should be. And Canada, it should be Giant Tiger. I am writing the Olympic Committee in the beach break while we're going to take a break and say, you guys, come on. Here comes Team Canada. Wearing Giant Tiger, yes, looking fantastic. Oh, and here comes America wearing Walmart. Yeah, that's a little bit more realistic, I'm thinking. Anyway, we'll take a look at some of their stuff. See if any of it's any good. That and a whole lot more coming up on the show this morning. Food, fun places, mayhem of life. We've got that update on traveling with dogs. If you're going to take Fido into the States, we've got a rundown of the rules. And actually, the rundown of the rules is not many. Glad they dropped them. We'll take a look at that coming up on the show, but first let's go to the beach. And where are we going? We're going to go next door to the Olympics, I believe. Is it Italy today that we're going to? We are going to Astoria Beach in Italy this morning. Italy, here we go. Live shot of Astoria Beach in Italy, and we will be back with more food, fun places, and mayhem in just a second. Hey, thanks for being here with us on this Tasty Tuesday. morning, Bud on TikTok. Shannon, Ashley's here too. Wayne is here. And Cool Vibes, Austin. Good morning to you. Good morning, Karen, Mama JS. Lindy, Tosh, Mama JS says, beach looks crowded. Looks crowded. I just need a spot to set up the hammock. I want to take one of those boats. Let's take one of those boats for a rip. Look at the umbrellas. Man, in Europe, everybody's got an umbrella. You go to the beach to sit in the shade. What? I guess when it's that hot, maybe. Look at those boats. Zing, zing, zing. Doesn't that look like fun? I think so. Let's take a look at how things are shaping up a little closer to home this morning. And here's how we're looking. We are warm this morning. We are at 18 degrees already. And it says partly sunny skies. The high will be 23. I find that hard to believe. Environment Canada says we'll be closer to 30, probably 26 to 28. 28 for tomorrow and 34 on Thursday. Again, this is, if you're just joining the show, I do have a smoke map for you. This shows us where all the smoke is coming from in our area, because we've had a lot of people ask, why is it so smoky? Well, we know it's forest fires, but where are they coming from? It's mainly northern Saskatchewan and northern Alberta. Jasper is under an evacuation order this morning. They are desperately trying to get people out of the town site of Jasper because the fire there is getting dangerously close. This was yesterday evening, and through the overnight, they've been getting people into BC, saying just get on the road. 16 highway headed east is closed at Jasper, and they're moving people west into BC. But you can see on this map, there's a lot of smoke. That's a lot of smoke. Man. Choking on the smoke. It is all over the place. Okay, and here's our air temperature map this morning. There we go. Do. And, it is nice and warm. 18 degrees as we get you back into the beach bunker. And if you've ever taken your dog to the U.S. and you kind of like to do that, news this morning that the rules won't be quite as strict as they had proposed. Remember, they were saying we're going to have to chip the dogs, as in put like a microchip in Fido, and there were going to be a whole bunch of rules. Those rules have been dropped for Canadians. The U.S. Center for Disease Control introduced the new rules in May. They were supposed to take effect on August the 1st. And it's an effort to keep rabies out of the country. As is often the case, many of our American friends don't know what's going on up here, and we do have running water, and we do have vaccines. We do have movie theaters and shopping malls and cable television. We even have internet up here, and yes, not all our dogs are running around with rabies. So we are not like many other countries who have rabies issues. There was concern among veterinary associations, the tourism industry, and the federal government. Canadian officials said that they were trying to secure an exemption for Canada. It's not an exemption, but it's pretty close. It's the CDC director says we've arrived at a place that results in limited administrative burden on Canadians. Translated, there's not as much to do as there was before. The change eases concerns among some advocates who are pushing for an exemption for service dogs. And, people like to travel with their dogs. We like to take Dizzy down with us when we go, and people ask us all the time, is it hard to take your dog into the States? And it's like, no, it's just like taking a person, actually easier, because Dizzy doesn't have a passport. He just has to be up to date on all his shots. The vet gives him a card for that. We show it at the border. They seldom ask for it. Without an exemption, any service dog handler who has traveled to one of the countries considered high risk, including Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Thailand, and Vietnam, will have to go through all the hoops. Now, what do we have to do? We simply have to fill out an online CDC dog importation form, which is easily available online, and apparently it's not very complicated at all. Just to make sure your dog is registered and that your dog has his or her little shots. I'll post this on my website at tylerglenshow.com, because if you got a dog and you travel to the States, you're going to want more information on that, and It's pretty easy to follow. Thank God. Do you remember the days when, before 9/11, traveling to the States, I'd share it with my kids. You could just go across the border with a driver's license. Remember that? Seems like so long ago. I was talking to one guy who actually lived in California with his family back in the 60s. He said, boy, back in the 60s, you could move. You could just pick up and move. And the border was kind of like going into Riding Mountain Park. You know how sometimes you just blow past the border? It's just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we're one big continent. It's gotten stricter and stricter. God, a couple generations from now, you have to give blood to cross the border. I mean, it's getting stricter all the time. Anyway, there you go. You're up to date on the puppies, and so you can take Fido on a trip. You probably would have anyway. It just would have been a lot of work to do. Let's hop back to the Olympics and take a look at the wear that the Olympic athletes are going to have on. We are getting ready for the Olympic Games set to start on Friday in Paris. Now that I have your attention, I assume, will you be watching the Olympics? Do you like watching the Olympics? Do you care about the Olympics? And if you do, what sport do you watch? I don't mind watching it. It's not appointment tune for me. I'm not like super excited about the Olympics, and I will follow on social media to know if somebody is going to win a medal. Some might say I'm a bandwagon jumper. I don't know. So for example, if we say Jeff Smith is going to race in the 500 meter, he could win gold for Canada today at 2. I'm going to watch that. I kind of like that. It's when I know that there's a medal that's a possibility for us, then I'm going to watch it. Then I like to see. Molly says, can I dress as a dog and come up? Well, you can just come up normally. No problem. Just don't bring a gun. I think that's the only thing I'd say to my American friends. Come on up anytime. You're always welcome. Just leave the guns at home. They just don't fool around with the guns at the border. They don't like it. Just put them in a locker. Leave them for when you get back. Mama J says, when we lived in Ontario in the 90s, you didn't even need an ID to pass. You paid the toll to pass through and get into the States, and then you could buy a coupon book for the toll fees. Definitely not like it is now. Oh, yes, and no weed. Good point. Yes, keep no weed. It's, and states are legalizing it. Canada's legalized it. You're not allowed to transport it. You're not allowed to carry it across state lines into the country. Just leave the weed and the guns at home. And it goes for our American friends too, not just Canada. Canadians, leave your weed at home. Americans, leave your weed at home. They don't want any weed anywhere near the border. They don't, or the airport. Just don't do it. Just leave that stuff at home. No guns, no weed. Just extra underwear. Always with the extra underwear. But so no one's interested in the Olympics? Okay, so we'll quickly take a look at what the Canadians are going to wear, and then we'll maybe watch the Olympics. Maybe we won't. I'm thinking Giant Tiger should have been responsible for threading our team, but they are not. It's the Lululemon. It's got to be fashionable. It's got to be. So what are they wearing? What are the Canadians going to be wearing?
Let the viewing begin. Athletes attempting to reach the Olympic podium will be looking fashionable for the entire world to see. For the second straight Olympics, Lululemon is outfitting Canadian athletes from head to toe, even with fanny packs and sneakers. This Lulu shopper mostly likes what she sees.
More prefer the men's than the women's.
Putting on that Team USA uniform makes you feel invincible.
Unstoppable.
For the opening ceremony, the Americans will be decked out in jeans, sport coats, button-down shirts, and pullovers, all provided by Ralph Lauren.
And I think they've done a really good job.
Halifax Wanderers soccer team president Derek Martin has experience using a clothing brand to help generate excitement for his team.
You look at an example like us with Macron, who came on board to support the Canadian
Walmart should outfit the Americans. Giant Tiger here for Canada.
Of Italy. This was their opportunity to really launch their brand in Canada.
Martin says the global marketing opportunities for Lululemon and Ralph Lauren are endless. According to digital anthropologist Giles Crouch, everything worn by all of the athletes competing, including traditional Mongolian clothing, will be seen by a massive audience on TV and social media.
We take a lot of interest in the uniforms that our country's wearing because that's going to represent us on the global stage.
Sandy, Giles Crouch also said it appears the Americans and Canadians are going after different groups when it comes to targeting consumers. The American gear is more geared toward that 1980s preppy throwback look, while the Canadians with Lululemon are targeting a younger generation.
Right. Well, I still have my
okay. That's rather interesting. I don't know. There's so much money. It's all about the cash. And Canada, there should be two uniforms. You should be allowed to be like the Alberta Western uniform, like the cowboy hats and the cowboy boots, or you should be the East Coaster. And by that I mean like you should have like the you know what I'm talking about, the fisherman's hat on with rain gear and stuff like that. That's a pretty good kind of bookends Canada. So then you've got like what looks like fishermen and cowboys walking in, and red and white cowboy hats and red and white fisherman's gear. And I think then we've kind of got it covered. Some of that stuff is going to be expensive. Holy man. Overpriced material. Giant Tiger is good enough for me. Maybe there'll be Olympic knockoffs at GT. Maybe. Well, and GT is Canadian. I don't know why we got to get so fancy. I know I've got lots of fans of Lululemon, sure. But come on. Or Canadian Tire. How about that? Canadian Tire. Here we go. We've got Team Canada coming in now. Oh, look at, they all look like they are ready to do an oil change and a tire rotation. Look at that. Here they come. Oh, yes. The Canadian Tire crew. All dressed by Canadian Tire. And here come the Americans. Oh, dressed by Home Depot, all in orange. All they look like NASCAR drivers. Here they come. That'd be more realistic. That'd be like, okay, yeah, that's America. Sure. We see Ralph Lauren and we're like, boof. Who's going to church? Who's going to a graduation or like really? Oh, yeah, remember Roots? Roots. Oh, man, where'd Roots go? See, Roots was pretty good. But I think, the economy is shit. Let's make this real. Let's make this real. Coming in is Team Canada. They are wearing West Coast thrift store gear. Yes, anything red and white goes. No particular theme to Team Canada this year. What do you think of that, Mary? I think they look fantastic. I think the thrift stores in Vancouver have done an amazing job outfitting our team this year. Let's look at the Americans here. Okay, yeah, we've got New York thrift stores represented and some inner city Chicago thrift stores. We got lots of great clothes here. There's a great selection here. Looks like some of it has been worn quite a bit. It's red, white, and blue, though. And as long as they stick with the colors, that's keep adhering to the rules. We know what country they're from. Should be thrift stores outfitting the athletes. They should be allowed to wear costumes of choice. Wouldn't that be great? Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Team Canada. Oh, my God, and look at this. It is Halloween on steroids. Here they come, led by Big Beaver Bob. Yes, that's a great costume. We've got a beaver, a polar bear, and it looks as if, oh, wow, we've got someone dressed as Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, that's fantastic. And Anne Murray, oh, my gosh. Is that Bruno Gerussi? There's a Bruno Gerussi costume. Yes, and it looks like they've also got some kind of boat attached to the Bruno Gerussi dressed athlete. These costumes at the games are pretty amazing. Oh, here come the Americans. Here they come. Here they come with their costume. Oh, we have a couple of Donald Trumps in there. Yes, it's the greatest. It's the greatest. Oh, some great costumes there. And yeah, we have a couple of Joe Biden costumes, and they're rolling in wheelchairs. Now, that's not very polite. That is a little over the top. The wheelchairs are a little bit much, but you know what? The walkers are much better. Even that, their props are not allowed aside from the Bruno Gerussi boat. But yes, and we have, oh my gosh, somebody is dressed as Elon Musk. Oh, wow. And he's got a rocket placed in a bad place. Somebody, okay, there's kids watching this. There's kids watching them walk in here. We can't have costumes of Elon Musk. And I know he's got SpaceX, but the rocket's placed in a bad area. Oh, the costumes of the Olympic Games. Sponsored by Old Dutch. As long as they all match, that's what should. I think it should be costumes. I don't know. I'm just off on a tangent now. Speaking of Elon Musk, I have to tell you, he had an AI fashion show on Sunday. Did you see it? It will blow your mind. The Pope was there, Elon himself, Donald Trump, dressed in criminal gear. And Elon had AI produce this. I will have it for you in less than 15 minutes. It's pretty impressive. But not as impressive as the cardboard beds at the Olympic Games. We were the first to tell you that cardboard beds, it's right up there with paper straws. Listen, we need to be friendly to the environment. And we need to make sure that there is not too much sex happening at the games. And that's why we need to have these cardboard beds. Beds of cardboard. Wow. Thanks for debunking the myth. You heard it first from Team Ireland gymnast. The sustainable cardboard beds are sturdy. Okay. After the 2024 Olympics, the bed frames and mattresses will be recycled and the pillows will be donated to various school organizations. Olympic organizations debuted the recyclable beds at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, and belief spread that they were designed to prevent sex. The Olympics attempted to dispel that rumor during the Tokyo Games, tweeting out, "Thanks for debunking the myth." Yeah, okay. Okay. So it's all in an effort to protect the environment. Okay. No complaints that you're handing out tens of thousands of condoms, and somebody had said that, at what point are we actually going to play some sports here? Are we going to play sports? Are we going to have sports, or is this just a big hookup? It is the international hookup in Paris. Who gets the gold medal for the... We're keeping score now. Clark Smith from the United States is up to 1,400 partners now. It's like, it's how many partners can you have at the games? This is kind of disgusting. Oh, my God. Well, that's what happens when you get all these physically fit people, young, physically fit specimens in one place to compete athletically. Everybody is like super stoked. Emotions are running high. Adrenaline is running high. Of course, that's going to happen. It has been a concern for many Olympic Games. And so let's make cardboard beds, and hopefully they're just going to find other ways. They're just going to get creative. By the way, you can't find a copy of Kama Sutra anywhere in France. They're all sold out. Even Amazon is saying that they just can't keep them. Quentin says, how about just an old-fashioned brass frame with the headboard that sounds like sleigh bells slamming against the wall? I hear those sleigh bells jingling, jing, jing, jingling too. Pching, pching, pching. It sounds like my roommate's getting some lucky time with you. Ching, ching, ching. Gold medal for you and a gold medal for you, and you get a bronze because you suck. Maybe you shouldn't medal at all. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Oh, the Olympic. Now I know why they light the Olympic cauldron. It's fire, baby. It's fire. Let's light the fire. Let's light the flames of passion. Let's go to the cardboard bed of love. Okay, now that we've completely ruined the Olympics for you, let's completely do a 360 and tell you about free potatoes. Oh, man. You thought that things were exciting when you lined up for French fries in our area? Oh, my God. Move over. Bring your containers. Look at this person right here. He's got a little he's got one of those recycling bags from Sobeys, I believe. And he's just going to pick a couple of potatoes. No. You could almost pull up with a half-ton truck, I'm thinking. It says, bring your container. Located in Carberry, across from McCain's on Highway 5. Call Dawn at 204-476-6910 to make arrangements. And then get your ovens ready. You know what we should have? We really need some kind of potato festival. We should have like an August potato festival where we all meet in a park and we all cook our best potato dishes. Because, I mean, all the potatoes are free. Bring your oil, bring your fryers, bring your other things to cook with, your barbecues and your smokers, and we'll just all cook a bunch of potatoes. Baked potatoes. Scalloped potatoes. Fried potatoes. That's a lot of potatoes. They can't take them, apparently. I guess it's a bountiful harvest, and they're sharing once again. So there you go. Now you know where you can get some free potatoes. Write that number down, 204-476-6910. Okay, what do we have next for you on the show? So, this is rather interesting. Not surprising, though, that fast food has lost its reputation as a cheap meal. We've talked about that before on this show. McDonald's this morning saying that south of the border, they are going to extend the $5 value meal. There is none in Canada, but it is understandably popular. McDonald's is trying to get back on the horse, having a hard time doing that because of inflation. And so they are going to extend the $5 U.S. Happy Meal, the value meal they call it. And hopefully we get something like that here. We'd like to see more. We're seeing more all-you-can-eat stuff on this side of the border. Hey, look, your brother Donnie is on the platform again. Brother Donnie, hey, welcome, Donnie. Donnie is back on Twitch. Yeah, he's already using it again. Now, Twitch had banned Donald Trump from being on the platform after January the 6th. And as soon as he was officially nominated as the Republican contender for president, they reinstated him. So, yeah, he's on the platform. So if you are a Twitch user regularly and you've kind of been saying, boy, there is a lot of content on here, a lot of video games. Well, I'm part of the non-gaming content on Twitch, and so is Donnie. So there you go. They've put him back. And that falls in line with a lot of the other social platforms that have recently reintroduced him now that he is the Republican candidate for president. So, also in the news this morning, people are spending less on groceries when they're taking those weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy. Remember how we told you that the food industry was a little concerned about this? Oh, man, it's happening. People are taking the injections and grocery bills are going down. So somebody maybe has to do the whole cost-benefit analysis because it's expensive. You're talking like $300 to $500 a month to get those weekly injections for Wegovy and Ozempic. to curb appetite. It's like the latest trend. A new study on shopping behavior among those on the GLP-1 medications is raising worrying concerns for restaurants and food stores. Because the whole premise of it, right, is that we need to eat less food. We need to just cut back on quantity. Well, that's going to affect sales at stores. They're not going to sell as much food. Interesting. And we do have some Sunseekers that are on it. It works good. Minimal side effects, although there are some. But more than half, 52% of those on GLPs said they spend significantly less on food. Wow. That is something else. In fact, some food categories are starting to switch from salty, fatty snacks to smaller, high-protein snacks to kind of accommodate those who are on the GLP-1 medications. I think we're going to see a big change by the end of the decade in how food is marketed, because they're saying that by the end of the decade, 1 in 10 people will be on a GLP-1. 1 in 10. It is already the most prescribed medication in North America, the Ozempic-Wegovy family, the GLPs. Cindy said, did this come as a surprise? Less eating equals less groceries? Yeah, exactly, hey? Mama J says, yeah, but there is no saving because the weight loss drug costs more. Yeah, the money goes out the door either way. But I was a little bit worried that, that your grocery bill would stay the same, plus you've added this extra cost to the GLP-1 on there, and, that's the last thing we need is more costs. Karen says intermittent fasting works good. 1 meal a day, hard for the first week, and then not as bad, and it's economical. That is quite popular. Up until the whole Wegovy Ozempic thing, the intermittent fasting, not only healthy, but effective, but tough to do, like you say. Doctor recommended and supervised. Good for you. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, as long as it's safe and your doctor knows, hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good when you take your car to Murray's for an oil change, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon, the official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show, and you help out Bear Clan, Samaritan House, and Helping Hands. The food banks are so busy. The food banks are dealing with unprecedented demand. So whenever you can indirectly help out a little bit, it's just so awesome. And you can do that every time you get an oil change at Murray's. At 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon, it's Murray Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac Certified Service Express. Sausage rolls at Kuiper's. Clint says they are fantastic. He's going to try them hot. He's going to try them cold, see which is the best. I invite you to do the same. From sausage rolls to pizza buns to cookies, loaves, hot dog and hamburger buns. Of course, they are the official hot dog and hamburger bun of summer at Kuiper's Family Bakery. And if you can't get over to the bakery at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasty's, ask at your favorite grocery store if they sell Kuiper's Bakery products. And chances are they do. And they'll take it to them. They're right here. Oh, excellent. Fantastic. Now, if they don't, ask to say, well, why not? We would love to be buying some of the Kuiper's treats. But again, you will find them at 1411 First Street in Brandon, Kuiper's Family Bakery. And our friends at Auto Fashion, they'll take care of all your vehicle needs, whether it is cleaning the car from the inside, detailing, they call it fine auto finishing, or you need some hail repair done. And hail damage, of course, is becoming all too common. And that's why it's important to get it to a reputable repair shop. Auto Fashion is one such shop. They're SGI MPI accredited. They'll get you a courtesy car. You can even get a gift card if your claim is processed through Auto Fashion. A great family, great service. Go check them out in Brandon. Auto Fashion for all your paintless dent repair needs at 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet. We have to say goodbye to our friends on TikTok. Thank you, guys. See you for the season finale tomorrow. Last show of July, last show of the season, and it's been fantastic. Thank you, TikTokers. We have to say farewell. and move the party over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. That's where we're going to go. And again, the show comes in podcast form, uploaded at noon. Okay, thank you, TikTokers. Catch you later. See you tomorrow for the finale. Stay cool. Easy does it with that smoke, and have a great day, guys. And we have to say farewell to our friends on YouTube, Facebook, that trio, and we'll move exclusively over to Twitch. Thank you, YouTube. Catch you later. See you for the finale.